So we have seen before that when a test case gets failed during a run, I can opt to create a defect at that point. Let's give it another go and retest one of the test cases that I have recorded a result for before. This time around, on the second attempt, I'm going to fail it, and I can leave a comment. Let's say a component does not work as expected. I will again adjust the time and make sure that I put the box in to create attached defect. With that box checked, I have a defect tab available to me. And in here I have two options. If this is the first occurrence of the issue in the system, I never had it happen before, I can create a new defect. However, if I know that it's a known issue and we already have a defect file for it, I can just choose an existing one from the list instead of creating a duplicate. For this occurrence though, let's create a new defect altogether. And when I'm configuring it, I can change its title, of course. I can set its severity to something different from the test case this defect originates from. And I can also fill out all the custom fields that I have configured to be applicable to the defects. Below, I have all the available integrations. So at the moment I'm creating a defect in case, I can also send a connected issue to either one of those systems or a selection of the systems or all of them together. The systems have their own settings, and I can go through those tabs also to customize somewhat the issue that is being created in that third-party system. For now, let's remember that this is where it's happening. I'm going to speak about integrations a bit more in one of the next videos dedicated to that, but that's where you will be sending connected issues to other systems. So now I file a result, I have a failure, and I have created a defect. Now it's the second defect during this run, so both of the defects I had filed during this run are going to be found here. If I want to review the details of this defect, I would simply go to it and I will find what was left as a description for it, so what exactly did not work as supposed to. I will see all the other details of this defect, like which run it was found in, what case it is related to, and so on and so forth. If I had it attached to multiple runs, of course, for every single run there will be an entry where I have stumbled upon this particular defect. I can leave a comment here if if I'm looking at the defect and I know what the problem is and maybe we're working on it, or maybe it's a minor one. So anything that I want to say about it, I can leave a comment about it. And from there on, the defect can be marked as in progress, as if we have started working on it, or if I believe that it's maybe a mistake rather than an issue, I can invalidate the defect too. However, let's mark this one as in progress. And at this point, I can either mark it as resolved as soon as we have fixed the issue, or even at this stage, I can still invalidate it. So maybe I have found out that it's not in fact an issue, but rather a mistake by an engineer. I can still invalidate my defect so that if we don't work on it. All the defects, regardless of which run they have been found in, can be seen in the defects area. Just like many other views, it has got a search box and filters that you can apply to the list to see the defects you want to see. And in fact, there is one more option here for you to create a defect manually. It's somewhat different from creating a defect in the run, as it does not allow you to create a connected issue, but it's a good way to document all the different issues you have found casually, maybe just working in the tool or working in the platform, not during a particular run, not during an organized testing effort. So you can file those here, and later, when during a run you come across this issue, you can just use a connect to an existing defect rather than creating a new duplicate of it. And so that's pretty much the way the defects work. One more option available to you is exporting the list of defects from this screen. And for any defect, you can change the statuses quickly from the context menu. So keep that in mind. Now you know how the defects work in case. Let's move on to the next topic.